The Paris Agreement calls for an immediate strengthened global response to the climate crisis. To succeed, we must first understand the challenges that confront us and the evolving trends that will impact our ability to deliver on global commitments.
The challenges facing humankind have never been more urgent, but the opportunities to address these challenges are right in front of us.
GGGI has 36 members with operations in 33 countries in Africa, Asia, the Caribbean, Europe, Latin America, the Middle East, and the Pacific. Over the past 2 years, GGGI has mobilized over $1 billion in green investments and completed more than 165 policy advisory outputs. GGGI's Strategy 2030 sets an ambitious vision and targets to accelerate the success of the organization in delivering its mandate to support members achieve green growth. Development of Strategy 2030 engaged diverse internal and external stakeholders that participated in key stakeholder interviews, surveys, and a number of internal and external workshops, such as the 2030 Visioning Workshops during the GGGI Annual Meeting 2019 and the 2030 Vision and Consultation Workshop with GGGI's Management Program Subcommittee members in May 2019.
GGGI's new long-term corporate strategy, Strategy 2030, sets a new course to respond to changing circumstances and to better meet the unique needs and growing ambitions of its member countries.
Selected strategic issues all have multidimensional consequences and will highly affect GGGI's ability to deliver on its vision and mission in the future. Managing these issues will ensure the ability of GGGI to strengthen its position as well as its relevance by navigating the major global trends. With a vision of a low-carbon, resilient world of strong, inclusive, and sustainable growth, GGGI supports its members in the transformation of their economies to a green growth economic model. To successfully implement Strategy 2030, GGGI will deliver green growth results, secure international support, and ensure sustainable funding. By doing so, GGGI's members will have maximized their green growth outcomes, NDC implementations, and relevant SDG commitments. By 2030, GGGI will be a world-leading and agile intergovernmental organization that is financially sustainable, efficient, transparent, accountable, and considerate of its people. To achieve these goals, Strategy 2030 focuses on 8 global operational priorities divided into programmatic and non-programmatic goals. The 5 programmatic priorities set out our interventions at the country and global levels. Similarly, the 3 non-programmatic priorities set out the ways we will improve our services and run our business as a world-class international development organization. Strategy 2030 sets out our results and impact targets up to 2030. GGGI will grow to a $110 million a year operation by 2030 with programs in 50 countries. The first 5 years of the Strategy 2030 implementation will be guided by a roadmap to articulate the delivery of operational and programmatic priorities and necessary support to deliver the commitments.
2030 is of course picked to align with the NDC contributions to the Paris agreements of our members and the SDG, the Sustainable Development Goal targets that they have. So we want to show how we can contribute to our members achieving the Paris Agreement and the Sustainable Development Goals through our Strategy 2030. And indeed, it's quite ambitious. It's quite aspirational. We say we have a scenario that we can double in size. If we manage to do that, if we manage to grow the organization to $100 million a year, we can be in the field in 50 to 60 countries. We are then able to mobilize $16 billion in green and climate finance. And if we're able to do that, that could lead to a gigaton in reduction in greenhouse gas emissions, to 2 million new green jobs, and to sustainable services in green cities for 300 million people.
GGGI, championing climate resilient green growth.